It looks like you're ready, Tim. Tim, this
They will
wins or
have,
not?
they will have,
Sorry,
dang,
John.
Wow. Wow. Nick, it's good to see you too.
hey, it only
Oh, no,
took 8 years, Nick.
no. I didn't get to finish. This is one that Tim
Pretty
tied
fast.
from over 8 years
I
ago.
hope your
I thought you were
oh,
pointing out that I don't
I
have
hope your
time.
daughter learns faster than that.
I hope
I
so.
don't like this particular because it makes me looks like my hair on top.
Oh, there's filter.
Kid, close the curtains behind you.
Makes me look more bald than I am. I'm not.
We could close it. We could.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I have to deal with it. Okay.
Nick, did I really tie that one for you?
Like 9 or 10 years ago. It should be a world record.
Cool, where dad ties your tie, then you grow up. Keep using it. Okay, 10 homework.
So I have a homework, but
I hear a butt coming.
um my brain isn't completely on 100% online, and I saved the wrong thing, and I saved two homeworks ago on top of it. So
We're out of the homework business.
so we're out of the homework, but I
Yay.
I do have a couple questions that I think will help set us up for that'll just set us up to know what the heck's going on in the text right now.
Okay.
Okay. So the first question is something like, if someone presents a position, like let's say an idea about, like, for example, from the mind only school, does that mean that they're a mind onlyist in their part?
Of course not.
Not
Yes, you might
Definitely.
argue.
Consider,
No, mind only people. Except word, I mean.
so that's really the crux of what's happening right now, is where our Kachik is basically making that claim that if you spoke the mind only school, then you are the mind only person. And then even goes a little bit further to even make a claim that because the Buddha said it, then the Buddha must be a mind only person as well. So then there's a secondary argument for us to that we're trying to determine Lord Maitreya's status and his relationship to Arya Sangha. So is Maitreya, if Maitreya spoke the Abhisamaya Alankara, does it mean that it's the speech of the Buddha? And does his speech mean that it's a classical commentary, or because Arya Sangha wrote it, it's a classical commentary? So there's this sort of like, we're trying to determine, we're arguing between all of those points.
Can we say that it's a principle of this text that classical commentary and a sutra are contradictory? Nothing can be both. Can we say that?
If we define
that's where the whole argument's.
If we define sutra as the speech of a Buddha.
Okay.
Yes.
Of an enlightened being.
Of an enlightened being. Okay. Cool. All right. That was my homework. Yay.
Yay, I like that homework. I personally like that homework.
I'm gonna use that excuse every single time. My dog ate my commands.
His cat ate his homework, and then it put the cat to sleep during the meditation today. It was extraordinary. And he was snoring, and it wasn't me.
Do you want to go through your review first, or do you want me to do my translation first?
Oh, if you have a translation,
I do. No, I actually did say that.
Oh, well, okay. Stop sharing.
I mean,
okay.
That's the part that's wrong. So
okay.
That's the best part.
All right.
Okay.
I love to criticize you.
Nice. Where is this? Here we are. Okay. All right. You're only seeing part of it.
That's okay. That's where you picked up, right?
I picked up on the next line up. Why
Can
is
I-
it? Huh. No, because you're not seeing. Is everyone seeing the part that starts with Duna, or is it frozen on something else?
It's frozen on something else.
Okay. All right. Let's try that again.
Hey, oh, there it goes.
There we go. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So
Okay, you have to read it, Tim.
Duna, Shenmon Dendrup, Dendrup Talo.
Dendup to tello. Yeah. By the way, if it ends with tello rather than tell,
Mhm.
you don't have to worry about up or down. You just read it.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
Uh,
That's my first question is if I went through this whole thing and understood it correctly,
uh-huh.
we end up here with a Serna, but everything before that
Yeah.
that were is actually the Kachiku's.
Yeah, you
Speaking.
can say the whole thing is kachuk.
Okay, cool. All right, good. Well,
I
that-
believe so.
at least I understood that maybe.
Well, I'm not sure. Okay. So Duna, if you say the mind only is Lord Buddha's position, right?
Mhm.
Then what's the translation say? It must be the case that, yeah. Okay, good. Dependent things exist truly. Because why? Because Shenwang Dendub is
Is a
mind only
mind only thing.
school
Yes.
anchored tenant. Okay. All which basically means if something performs a function, it's real. If fire can burn you, then it's real. Okay. Okay, keep going. Please
Okay.
read.
Yang Katang Tenchum Mi Galortal.
Now you're gonna go up or down there because that was pretty wimpy.
It was wimpy. I mean to say that he agrees with this.
Yeah, so you go up.
Up.
Mingawata.
Right down.
No, they're not contradictory. No, the word capital W of the Buddha
Mhm.
and a classical commentary are not contradictory. One thing can be both because what?
Yamparma Tencha. There's pictures in my mind. Tencha Yampa.
Yeah, Yum Parma basically the middle mother sutras. Okay, I
Yeah.
guess they're talking about. I don't know which one they're talking about. There's 100,000 verse. There's 20,000 verses. There's 10,000 verses. There's 8,000 verses. There's Heart Sutra. There's Dhammapada. Anyway, the medium length Mother Sutra is a shastra. Do you agree? That sutra is a shastra. You're supposed to say what?
What?
Okay, all right. The other guy says it's Shastra and Sutra are not contradictory because the medium sutras of the mother, which is perfection and wisdom, spoken by Lord Buddha, are Shastras, which is crazy because Shastra means a classical commentary by a non-Buddha. But he's claiming that the middle length perfection and wisdom sutras are Shastras. Then we're going to say Dogma Doom, right? We're going to say I disagree. Then, Tim, what's going to happen?
Oh, do I need to keep going?
Yes, please. Or
Uh,
fall asleep.
So we say I disagree.
Yeah.
that the mother-
Wait, read it
Yeah.
and do the tell up or down correctly.
In this case, it's still
He believes it. So
it's
do you
still-
go up or down?
he believes it. Yes, he goes up.
Yeah. When you believe it, you go up.
Right.
You go up indignantly. Dead hell? Dead hell? That's what it is. Because they tend you
Because it's the great classical
It is
commentary.
the mighty classical commentary. Okay. Is that a kyaba? If something is the mighty commentary, is it a commentary?
Absolutely. Definitely.
No, because maybe mighty commentary is a nickname for a sutra.
Right.
Okay. That's all. That's the punchline here. We didn't get there yet.
Oops.
Keep going.
I did this backwards. Sorry. Because it's still him talking. Okay. So he still agrees. So indignantly,
So he goes up or
he
down?
goes up. There,
There, pal.
Ten chu ten chu chen boi nam she se
Good.
che sung pe se che sung pe cheer serna.
Yeah, good. And he's quoting a very famous line. I think it's from Haribhadra.
Mhm.
So a lot of Tim's text is, obviously Arya Sangha commenting or cooperating with Maitreya. But then in the monastic textbooks, we place a lot of emphasis on the two commentaries by Haribhadra, who followed them and wrote very huge commentaries. Okay. So the most famous line from his commentaries is this line. And it's been excerpted from a four-line verse, which every kid has to memorize in the Geshe course first thing. First, in the first week, they have to memorize this verse, and it's very elegant and it's very famous. So I went and got it, and I thought we should read it together. Okay, so here we go.
Yeah. So basically, we say we disagree that it's the great classical commentary.
Good. Yeah, and he says it
Well,
is
it
to
is-
the
it is
great
to
com-
that classic commentary, and then I wasn't sure how to translate this based on just what he gave us.
Right. And you don't have to translate it because we'll do the whole verse together right now.
Okay.
And then you can go back and do it correctly because
Okay.
it's taken out of context.
All right. So I actually attempted to translate that verse as well.
Good. Let's go see it.
Oops, shared the wrong file. Sorry. I think it's this. Nope. And why aren't you sharing the right file? Okay. That got it.
The cat ate your file. Which cat?
There we go. Okay.
You could have digital cats that eat digital files.
That'd be a great bug to write.
I think I'll break. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, would you like to have someone read the verse? This is
Sure.
Haribhadra's famous verse.
Sure. Chloe, could you read?
Uh-oh.
I think you'll have to come up here just so it'll hear it.
In the blue. Let me move over. Okay.
And read it it's in meter as well.
It's in what?
Meter as well.
Oh. Bum, bum,
Joel,
bum, 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 bum.
yeah. Joel là trắc thể kun trắc thể. Trắc pa thốc. Oh, pak pa thốc me kap ni ki. Mi
He.
ki. Mi pan ngộ là
Good.
gun na là. Mi pan good na là sen ne ni.
Nice.
And champoi nang say that.
Zay.
Say.
Nice.
Oh, I lost my name.
Okay. Why don't you guys go through it together and I'll help if you need.
Okay. All right. So this first line is quite famous. I mean, we actually see it in a lot of other works that you will get to when you maybe in your Diamond Way studies as well. So dro, who are the dros?
Here it's drowa as a noun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who are those people? Who the dro was?
Oh,
Goers.
The goers.
Yeah. It means semchen.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
synonym for
Yeah.
semchen.
Mhm.
Yeah. Goer.
All
Okay.
right. And then we have chakpa.
oh, like
Like
Arya.
It's similar to dichak.
yeah, It's kind of like desire in a
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Usually can translate it as attachment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Attachment.
Okay. Jola Chakpe.
Yeah. So we have attachment here. Then we have kun,
All.
all, right?
Yeah.
Jakse. I translated as wrapped. Like,
Yeah.
like
Good.
he's well, actually I didn't translate it. Geshe translated it and I took it from
I
his
did. I
translation.
didn't remember. So anyway, kunchak is to come together, should be read together. Kunchak.
Kunchak come together. Okay.
So they have attachment to all living beings because they have super attachment, something like that. Okay.
Yeah. Who's Pakpe Tokme?
Good.
Yes. And who's Tokme? One of it might be the author of our text.
Unstrikable, unstoppable.
Asanga.
Asanga, right?
Asanga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Koba is protector or protection.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to put that together with Koba me. Like it's like
Exaggeration.
Okay.
The one and only protector.
the one and
Okay.
only protector. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. And what's this key doing here?
The grammar piece.
Good, nice. It's a grammar case, yes.
I thought it was to kiss somebody.
Key.
From, of,
It's but it's not of. It has the instrumental
Yeah, by.
by. So in this way, by, right? So and then Mipam is an epithet for Maitreya, and it means unconquerable.
What's the Sanskrit?
Well, I don't know.
Ajit.
Ajita, I guess.
Ajit.
Yeah. Ajit is still a common name in India. Ajita. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbeatable.
So let's go a little bit backwards here. So what's nay? Like from
from.
Why wouldn't you say, like, from having listened to the great unconquerable protector rather than Lord Maitreya? Is that just a known?
Oh, I just put it in there just
Oh.
so we know what's going on.
Oh.
It's not a finalized, yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So from having, he just told you the answer. So what's sen? It's an honorific
Up to.
of to.
To.
So to sangam.
Oh, to Sangong.
To is
Meditate.
mm-mm. Nope. What is it? What happens before you do those two things?
Do the Milarepa thing.
Oh, I'll listen to
Right.
the Dharma.
Right.
Listen.
What
Right.
is Milarepa's nickname? Tupaga.
Tupaga.
Tupaga. The one who enjoys listening. Sen is the honorific for Tupa.
Yeah. So from having listened to our protector, that protector Mipam, the unconquerable. Okay.
Okay.
Somebody composed, say,
The great teaching.
not teachings. What was Tencha? Right. Right. Which is exquisitely detailed or excellent or together. There we go. We did something.
No, but I'll tell you there's a very difficult thing in the last line.
Mhm.
It's ambiguous.
So-
Why?
Because we don't know who composed. Or it's composed, or is it composed or explained, right?
Is it an explanation of a Shastra? Or is it the Shastra
Shastra.
which is an explanation?
Oh, okay.
You see?
Yeah, right there. Because
And I would have read it, except for today, I would normally read it. He wrote the explanation, comma, the great Shastra.
Mhm.
But our debaters want to take it a different way. They want to take the jewel of realizations, Abhisamalankara. They want to take it as an explanation, Namshe, of the great
commentary.
Densha, the medium sutras of the mother. See what I mean?
Oh, I see what they did. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why our debater has used it.
That makes, I wasn't sure.
He says, Bhadra agrees with me. Hari Bhadra says
Mm.
that they wrote, Hari Bhadra says that Arya Sangha, having listened to Maitreya, wrote a commentary to the great Shastra, meaning the middle perfection sutras. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to swallow. No, but you understand? Do you guys understand? He's saying, he says, Asanga listened to Maitreya, and based on what he heard, he wrote a commentary to the great commentary. And the great commentary in that line means the Mother Sutras, the Perfection of Wisdom Sutras. Okay, that's how our debater is reading it. That's how he's reading Hari Bhadra. Okay.
Okay.
But you could read it, and
Okay.
I've always read it as a Sangha listened to Maitreya and wrote the explanation, the great commentary. See what I mean?
Yeah, it depends whether you take this as a positive or if you take it as the other thing.
Or possessive.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's an interesting, I think we're going to allow it. I don't think we're going to call him on that. We're going to agree that the great commentary in this case is the Mother Sutras, the Perfection of Wisdom Sutra. Okay. And that's extremely twisted from where the argument was. Now the argument went totally off. And it'd be easy to lose it and to get lost here. Okay, I'll say it again. Hari Bhadra, who is the most famous commentator to a Sangha, says that a Sangha wrote an explanation of the great commentary after listening to Maitreya, rather than saying he wrote an explanation which was a great commentary. He said he wrote an explanation of the great commentary, meaning the Mother Sutras, the Perfection of Wisdom Sutras. In that case, Shastra became a Sutra became a Shastra. The Great Shastra. And then, Great Shastra, just a name. It's just one explanation. It's not saying it's a Shastra in the classical sense of written by a human being.
This is why this is going to take us 70 years.
Yeah. Yeah, by the way, we have gone at a record slow pace through this book. I've never heard of it. I think we did 2 pages last year. Because he keeps referring to other books and I keep having to go get them.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry about that. But
that's okay.
You sure are learning the stuff.
All right,
so by the way, in the Geshe course, this book is 12 years. Yeah. So it's half of the Geshe course. Yeah.
All right, so then that will change a little bit. Good job, Chloe.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that'll change a little bit of what we say here, right?
Yeah. Why would you say it?
Because it is so the great classical commentary. What? Because in the Hari Bhadra verse, he says, he would say.
Oh, yeah. We disagreed that the Mother Sutras are a classical commentary.
Right.
And then he comes back with, well, Hari Bhadra said the Mother Sutras were a classical commentary. Okay. Yeah. In his famous verse. Okay. Are you done?
I'm done. Yes.
All right. Grandpa's taking the plane and we'll drive it a little wacky. Let's see here. I wanted to do a progress report. And I've been working on some other I've been working on some evaluations of ALL and how much do we have to go and how much have we done, and it's hard to get a handle on it because it's been almost 40 years now. We've been working on it almost 40 years. And here's some observations, okay? We started on this particular book 3 years ago, 23, 24, 20. Yeah. We are covering 4 folios per year. And just the first of the 8 volumes is 77 folios. So at this rate, we'll get through the first volume. The first of Tim's books will take 20 years. Okay. And then there's 8 of them. Okay. So I might call on some help from Taiwan. I don't know. But don't tell him yet because he might run away. Okay. But those present are never without excuse. Those absent are never without fault. It means if he's not here, he might get stuck with extra work. Okay. And he can't defend himself. All right. Okay. So yeah, I don't even know if we should publish the first book as one book because it would be 600 or 700 pages.
I mean, the first volume.
Even just the first volume. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be about 700 to 800 pages. And you know, we know from Adam's book, taking it to Kyoto, you know, you can only put one in each suitcase. So it's really heavy, you know, it's good for hitting your partner. So I'm thinking we might want to split the first volume because it's also more fun. Tim is the only translator of the 12 who has not put out a book now. Everyone's put
It's a
out
badge of honor.
one book. Yeah. He started late. He was a late bloomer.
Well, so did Gibson. And he has like 2 books out.
Well, Gibson, we did some baby books because we wanted to get them out for other reasons. So we might want to add a second translator somewhere. And I don't know how to do it, but we'll see. And then here's the point I wanted to make today. The weight given to this topic, meaning the lower middle way school in the Sunbum would justify that. And I ran some numbers on the Sunbum that we have input. We've input about 5% of the books I want to input. There are about 10 times that are, in my opinion, not worthy of input at this time. They are not useful. We will never refer to them. They have a lot of mistaken ideas. And, you know, I'm not interested in if we should finish the great books first. And then if people 3 generations from now want to input the kids' books, I don't mind. Okay. But I thought I would try to impress on you how the great books of the last 1,000 years are weighted, which topics are heavier, which topics are lighter. Lower middle way is almost 30% of all the pages written in Tibet in the last 1,000 years. Tim's topic is 30%. There should be 4 translators on it. Okay, if you judge from the classics. Okay, higher middle way is only 20%, much less, like only 2/3 of lower middle way, because lower middle way really covers everything well, correctly, and they have a slight mistake on emptiness, and that is corrected by the books of Prasangika. But Prasangika does not cover all the basic information about middle way. That's done in the Svatantrika. That's done in the lower middle way school. Lower middle way school does the heavy lifting. They make a mistake on one item, and then the higher middle way gets credit for fixing it. And that's why you spend 12 years in lower middle way first in the Geshe course, and then you only spend 4 years in higher middle way. Okay, you spend 1/3 of the time. You spend 1/3 of the time in higher middle way that you spend in lower middle way, because lower middle way gives all the information, and then higher middle way clarifies it, they fix one point basically. Okay, so really, if you're going to have 12 translators, according to the material available, you should have 4 people working on Tim's book. Okay. At least that's what the writers in the last 1,000 years have thought would be the right percentage. We have in our database the equivalent of 29,000 pages of lower middle way. Okay. We have 21,000 pages of higher middle way. Chittamatra word, 2%. Okay. And there's only 25 major works. Okay. Out of so far, we've input 1,000 books. There's only 25 mind-only books. And so we're going to run out of material for Word pretty soon. I have a plan. He has a plan. My plan will prevail. But you will be excited. I predict you will be on board. But I'm not ready to reveal it. Okay. Anyway, I think we just about ran out of the great classics of mind only, which is what we wanted. We want to cover them before we go to the next world. Okay. So Chittamatra is in good shape. Mind only is in good shape. Pramana, which is basically Adam and Ben, I think they should be 20% of our workforce, which is, 2 people is good. Okay. And that's 20,000 pages of English in the end. Okay. And that's only 5% of what I want to do. Okay. So basically multiply that times 20. I want to do 500,000 pages of Pramana. Okay. And I have a proposal for it, but I'm not going to tell you yet. Abhidharma, it should be about 10% of our workforce. It is about 10% of our workforce. And we're pretty much on track there. Stanley's first book was just finished. We have to write the introduction and clean it up, but it's done. And it's great. It's a good book. It's well done. You warming up? You okay? Okay. Vinaya, which is Xiaoping's book, we just finished her book. We still have to write the introduction. I'm working on the introduction now. And I'm working on the author's life and stuff like that. So that should be 20% of our workforce. That should be basically 2 people maybe. But we're okay. Because I did not include here Lamrim and Lojong. So that's going to take another translator or 2. Okay. All right. And right now, already input, we have about 80 million words of text. Okay. We have in 37 years, we've done 80 million words. Checked, clean. Okay. Good job. John Brady. All right. And not really John, it's this extraordinary stuff in the overseas entry centers who have worked their whole life for us. Now their kids are working next to them, which is kind of cool. All right, Tim, let's go.
A little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We did that.
Oh, we got you
So
there.
here we are.
Okay, who's gonna read?
How about Anastasia Mazarova? Could you read that?
Geshe, you're not going to talk about the higher middle way, Prasangika? You mentioned all the schools except for that.
I did. Prasangika's here.
Yeah.
It's 20% of Sumbun. In theory, we should have 2 people working on it. Basically, we do because Adam's text covers a lot of Prasangika also, and Utpala's text covers Prasangika. So we're pretty much on track there.
Thank you.
Okay. Back to, I want people to understand when you talk about middle way Madhyamika, maybe 75% of the information that you need is presented in lower Madhyamika, and it's correct. And then only on the emptiness part, technical emptiness part, you have to call in the higher Madhyamika guys. And they never write about the other 75%. They never cover all the topics we're learning in Tim's book. They just cover the details of emptiness that the lower middle way didn't get right. You see what I mean? So to get the meat of the middle way, you have to study lower middle way for 12 years. Then you get to study the dessert for 4 years. So I think people tend to downgrade or downplay the lower middle way. We call them lower middle way, but 90% of what they teach is high quality and correct and necessary for a balanced understanding of Buddhism. Okay, more than you would expect. Yeah. Okay, which is why his book is so long. Okay. Okay, go.
Anastasia, can you read the next line, please?
Thank you. Comedy didn't choki trashe tu yon yubala kong pager.
Very
Okay.
nice reading.
Wow.
Yay.
Okay. Wow. Good job.
I'll give you this sign.
Okay.
That's also how much breakfast I got today. No, okay. Kinmei Day means
So we're now back to us. Like our side is saying this is the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah,
This-
that's not a
This
problem.
actually isn't a problem.
now this expression is pretty beautiful. De tenjuki dashe to yupa. De tenjuki dashe to yupa. Read yupa as fits.
It's what meaning the classical I need to go back and see what it said before.
No, don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
Just read this. Dashe,
It Drashe, it does fit the
the literal
there's some
explanation
little explanation.
of the word Shastra.
Shastra. Okay.
Okay. Okay. The great Shastra is not a Shastra, but we can call it a Shastra because it fits the description of a Shastra. Okay. The classical explanation of Shastra, which is partly linguistic because Shas means to cut and to protect. Okay.
Mhm.
So Chukgyop means fix and protect, which is it's pretty much the classical literal definition of the word Shastra. Okay. So do the Mother Perfection of Wisdom Sutras repair and protect?
Yes.
Yeah. So they fit the meaning of the word Shastra. They are not Shastras, but they fit the literal meaning of the word Shastra, like roach. Okay. Got it? Okay. We can call the Perfection of Wisdom Sutras Shastra because they protect people and they keep people out of trouble. And that's the literal explanation of the word Shastra. Okay, that's all. Those Mother Sutras fit the tone or the intention of the word Shastras. But we're not trying to say they're Shastras, they're not. They're not written by a human being. But they do fit the tone, don't they? If you define the tone of a Shastra as Chökyop, protecting and
Fixing.
and keeping somebody out of trouble, they are Shastras. Okay, according to the Dashe, according to the literal meaning of the name.
Mhm.
Okay, but are they Shastras? No, they don't fit the definition of a Shastra. Why? They fit the tone of a Shastra, but they don't fit the definition of a Shastra. Because the definition is should be written by a human being. Okay, like Maitreya. All right, keep going. I'm just trying to pull your chain. Okay, that pal?
How about Uta?
Yay,
Uta
Uta.
Sharf.
Yay,
Okay,
we
thank-
miss you, Uta.
Yeah, I miss you. I really do. Thank you so much. Dertel, data, kinam, che, ning, oops, ningpo, ningpo, gyenle, Dreche Duyepe Ten
Josh.
Drashe
Mhm.
Pa Tenche Chen Poi Do Che Chung Pechir.
Nice. Okay.
Thank you.
Dete is an idiom that you probably wouldn't know, and it means on this topic. Okay, relevant to this topic. Okay, dete means straight to that. It means on this topic of what?
Whether it's a shastra or
Those books fitting the intention of the word, but not the definition. They do protect, they do repair, but they're not written by humans, but they do fit the sense of the word shastra, the literal meaning of the Sanskrit. Okay, they do fit the literal meaning. They don't fit the definition. Okay. Then he says about that point, dete, on that point. Namshen Yingbo Gen says, which means I don't know, the
ornament
of the essence of the explanation. Okay. Which is written according to here Dharmakirti Shri, who may not be the same as Dharmakirti, I'm not sure. And in that famous Tengyur work, it says they are the Tenji Chimbo Dos.
They are the sutras which, so in this case we would say kama, or which are
good. They are the sutras that are great shastras because they fit the literal meaning of shastra. Some other great author also describes the mother sutras as fitting the feeling of the word shastra, even though not the definition. Got it? Because they protect people. And that's the literal meaning of shast, to cut. Scissor comes from that. Okay, cool. All right. We can go see the quotation. I got it for you due to John Brady's kindness. And by the way, he has not quoted it.
Correct.
Well, now you get into a problem. We're in a debate textbook. The writers of debate textbooks are normally master debaters. And they may have learned a quotation during a debate late one night, from some guy who quoted it, and you're not allowed to take the book into the debate ground. So you have to take the guy's word for it. And then you memorize it based on what he said. And then years later, you look it up and he didn't quote it correctly. And he won the debate and he got the award. And you're like, wait a minute. So anyway, it's useful in this book, especially, to go check the original. So I've got the original, and Tim's going to decide who's going to read the original.
Svetlana Claire, could you read that, please?
Thank you so much. Paul.
Thank you. Thanks for your hard work with the 5 houses. It's really wonderful.
Thanks a lot for opportunity. With big
letters.
letters. Yeah.
Yep.
Ganki Shena Tenchu Chenpo Shechawate. Sherabki parol tu chinpei doi dun malupa du parchepe ten chu chenpote. Gron par dokpei gyen shechao.
Good. Very nice. Very nice reading. You got to slow down. You're getting faster than Tim. It's good. Okay.
I'm embarrassed.
I say appearance. No, accessibility. You're right. Display. Okay, good. So don't forget, they claimed the quotation would support the idea that we could call the Mother Sutras Shastras because they fit the literal explanation of the word shast, which means to cut, protect, sword, everything. Okay. All right. And here it goes. Kanishena Who did it?
Who said that?
Who did it?
Yeah.
Okay. By whom means who did it? Okay. Well, it was by the Denja Chimbo. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. And Shirab Kipara Chimbe Doi.
The sutra of the perfection of wisdom,
Yeah. Dun.
the meaning.
The meaning of the Mother Sutras, Malupa. All of it,
Okay, right.
leaving nothing.
Leaving
Every
nothing behind.
single
behind.
important
Okay.
meaning in the Mother Sutras, Dupa. It includes,
Mhm.
it embodies, okay? It includes every important topic from the Mother Sutras. Therefore, it is the Denja Chimbo.
Oh, that I don't know if I agree with that.
What?
Just because something has every meaning that's included in the sutra doesn't mean it's a classical commentary.
No, but notice that the point is the opposite of what it was sold as,
Oh,
if I do say so. Okay. What were they trying to sell to us as the point? They were trying to say the Mother Sutras were the great commentary because they function in the meaning of shas.
Mhm.
They cut, they protect, they
oh, I see.
repair.
There's a difference. Mhm.
Therefore, he said the Mother Sutras could be referred to as the great commentary. Now he says we call it the great commentary because it includes all the points in the Mother Sutras. That means he's not talking about the
Protection.
Mother Sutras. Got it? I'll say it again. The quotation that he wanted to use to support his view does not refer to the Mother Sutras as the great commentary. It says we call it a great commentary because it includes all the meaning of the Mother Sutras. It doesn't prove what he claimed to prove. Okay, either he heard it wrong in the debate ground or he's twisting it. Okay? Then what the hell is the great commentary? Here it comes.
Then Bartok again.
It's not a Samankara. But that was always a Shastra. Nobody ever said it wasn't a Shastra. That doesn't prove the Mother Sutras are Shastras. Proving that our Shastra includes all the information of the Mother Sutras doesn't prove that the Mother Sutras are the great Shastra. In fact, the great Shastra here is Abhisamankara. And they have misquoted the quotation. Okay? Got it? Nobody ever said the Mother Sutras fit the meaning of Shas. Okay? Nobody ever said that. Okay? Anyway, don't buy it just because it's there in the book. Okay.
And then to write this up and all the footnotes we're going to have to put in this.
Oh, the footnotes are going to be longer than the book. Okay, who's going to read the next one, Tim?
How about Oscar?
Oscar.
Okay. Teta Mayina. Pakpatok meki gyuki klaksam nam takte. Chowala chakpayin partel. Chola chakpe.
Wait, you're going up or down? Up or down? Like,
down.
Get off the pot. Chapa Yimbatal.
Yeah.
Okay, Yimbatal. Give it Yimbatal. You're a bass player. You have that low note. Yimbatal.
Yimbatal. Chola chakpe kun chakse. Chesum peichir.
Nice. By the way, Oscar and Roxanne, the G-Box program that you helped invent in Mexico City last summer is successful. And one of the first great G-Box program will be held next week in Kyoto. Adam Andrade will be the translator. Juan Hasso will be the collaborator. and they're going to teach the emptiness of color, which is an extremely fascinating topic. If you have time, come to Kyoto. If you don't, and by the way, it's Sakura season. The cherry blossoms will be opening. I demanded on time. And but if you don't have time to come, you can always watch it online, okay? And it's going to be the first great collaboration program between a translator and a ACI master. So that program was designed sitting at a restaurant table with Oscar and Roxanne in Mexico City. So thank you for that. It happened and it worked. And we'd like to thank
and I'm super excited about it.
yeah, we should thank Noor and Seiji and Rob Russinger for the money. Okay, okay, Data Mañana. By the way, those grants, we just approved the money yesterday for the next series of grants. So there are $5,000 grants. And be there or be square. Like get one or shut up. Okay.
We just got a couple more applications as well.
People woke up. They were meant especially for Latin America, and I'm kind of disappointed that we don't have more applications.
The ones that came from Latin America.
All right, I'm waiting.
Yes.
I mean, you know, or talk Geshe into it. Okay, Data Mayena. If that's not the case, Pakpa Togme, Tim.
I'm sorry, I was laughing about something else. Arya Sangha.
Good, Arya Sangha. You.
In this case, I think in the mind of him.
In his mind.
In his mind.
Saksam Nanda.
Is taking the personal responsibility.
Yeah, I'll do it. If no one else helps all living beings, I'll still take care of it. Okay. You got to have that nowadays. You got to have that attitude nowadays. You know, I don't care what the rest of the world F's up. I'll take care of it. Okay. Tog make it gigi laksam namdak day. That laksam namdak is being called chakpa.
Oh, it's being called attachment.
Yeah. Duchak translated as desire. Chak by itself translated as attachment. And chak does mean, we had Vinaya text, Xiaoping, don't let the rice chalk on your hand as you eat and then wave your hand around at the dinner table. So chalk means stick or form, and it means to glom onto somebody else. Oh, I have attachment to you. Okay, so normally it's a yomo. It's a classical klesha. But here he says, it's laksam nanda.
It's that personal responsibility. It's
when the root text says, whose root text? Haribhadra, when he says, now first you snore and now you're wanting breakfast. Sorry, I'm talking to my cat.
That's happened all
yeah, he says he has chakpa, which chakpas. He has attachment, which attaches to all living beings. He's not talking about attachment. He's talking about paksam namba. Some people have attachment to breakfast. Paksam namba. Okay. Personal, ultimate personal responsibility for the universe, not even for the world, for the universe.
That's a great way to gloss that. I like that.
Yeah. That's why they say drola charpe kunchak ze. Okay. The ze makes it obviously a reference to
Arya Sangha.
Yeah, it's high honorific. They must be talking about somebody special. There must be some kind of lama or teacher or somebody, some kind of master. Okay. We got 5 minutes before we go into a 15-minute discussion led by Tim about how can you use all this stuff in your real life. So please start thinking of questions or comments. The worst thing is if nobody has a question or comment and everyone's just getting sleepy. Okay. All right. There's Haribhadra's words about Drola Chape Kunchakze. Okay.
Mhm.
And by the way, it's confusing because you want to think they're by a sangha, but they are not. They're about a sangha, kind of. Okay. Okay. They're by Haribhadra.
Mm.
Sengi Sangbo. The fine lion. The wonderful lion. Okay.
All right. Who wants to read? How about Dodo?
Yeah, don't do them.
Yes, sir. Kyabake 2 minute
Nice.
ke
Good.
klaksam namdak yimbeche.
Nice. Very nice.
Nice.
You're getting better and better. Yeah. So does Arya Sangha have in his mind stream chakpa?
Attachment.
Yeah, does he have attachment? And then we say, yeah, he does. Okay. And is it a bad thing? 2 minutes.
You can't agree to that.
Yeah, you can't agree that it's a problem. It's not a klesha for Arya Sangha because it's a reference to
Laksam Namdak.
Haksam Namdak,
Okay.
taking personal responsibility for every being in the universe.
So this Kabake, just so I understand what
Yeah.
happens in these like
Yeah,
short little.
you're the one who said one implied the other.
Mhm.
Okay, which implied the other? You got to figure it out. But it was in the last sentence.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Having that kind of chakpa
Mhm.
must mean that, I don't know, that his commentary was worthwhile or something like that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Fits the
If it's a definition.
fits the chukyo.
The meaning, the literal meaning.
Yeah, fits the protection
protection,
thing.
yeah.
Because he had such powerful love for everybody, that fits the idea of protection in the word Shastra. Okay. All right. Okay, we have it. I like to,
But-
I get a lot of work done in the 5 minutes where everybody else quits. So we're gonna keep going.
Hey, Rob, could you read the next line?
Uh-oh, Rob. We did, Juan, on your news show, you got to point out that the person snoring during our meditation was not Haggerty. It was the cat, Tim's cat. Okay, and I want that noted on the recording. Awesome. Does he usually snore? Or that was just a special treat.
It was it only happens in meditation.
I hope my cat never starts snoring. Okay. I would. People snoring on
Kachi?
both sides of
Yeah.
me at night.
Kachi, Kala, Pensha, Ki, Gyal Part, I don't know which direction it goes. Gyal Part Kal?
Just might be more up.
That
Ta.
Ka, is it Ka?
Mhm.
Denu, Sumpo, Pensha, Yimbiacher. Are we still going up?
You may,
Yimbiacher,
yeah. There, Tal.
Der Tal, Lung Nam, that Che?
Che. Mhm.
Chele.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Cool.
Yeah, it must be the case. By the way, this should be, when you say Kyaba, you got to use the instrumental.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a carving error or a mistake. Okay, we need the St. Petersburg copy. We do not have a carving of this text. We have a handwritten thing done in a jungle in West Bengal, 8 volumes by hand, and it's not good. And we don't. The only other copy I've ever seen was in St. Petersburg. It's sitting there. I can tell you the catalog number. We just need to encourage someone to give us a copy. Okay. Denje ki kabata. It is too the case that all ka is denje.
That all speech of the Buddhas is a classical commentary.
Yeah. All, not just the Mother Sutras, all the speech of the Buddhas, well, at least fits the
definition.
Fits the
Drashe.
literal explanation of Shastra, protecting. Okay. But I'll just God Danish symbol. Sumpo, not sumpa.
The three baskets.
All three.
All three Pitaka.
Pithakas, yeah.
All three of the Pitaka,
Mhm.
which means Tripitaka. Okay, all three of the baskets are Tenja.
Classical commentaries. Okay.
All three of this all three divisions of the speech of Lord Buddha are Shastra. Not just the Mother Sutras, okay?
And
Why?
that so is the case because in the Lungnam Che,
Yeah, Lung Namje is a famous Vinaya text in the Kangya. Okay, it's a famous Vinaya work. You want to do the whole verse? Fast?
Sure.
Okay, you read. Gawa.
Gawa Tampa Deyu Tension Ni. Udang Chun Yin Yin Sung Dowani. Tuntang Tenpa Ni Yin Deyi Chir. Nigir Chakjar Upe Chuchikin.
Nice. What are the densha of the Tumba?
What are the classical commentaries of the teaching?
Yeah, of
Teaching
Lord Buddha.
Lord Buddha. Mhm.
Okay, what are Shakyamuni's shastras? Well, you can start with all the dos,
Now start with all the sutras.
which is when you say sutra pitaka and you say sutras, it's a different thing. The whole third of Buddha's teaching called Sutra Pitaka is called sutra basket.
Mhm.
When they mention Do, Chungun, and Duwa, they're talking about the three baskets. Okay, as baskets. Okay. How many teachings of Lord Buddha are shastras? Well, there's Do.
What's
Meaning there's the sutra
basket.
Pitaka. Yeah, the sutra basket. And then there's the Chungun basket.
Abhidharma.
Abhidharma basket.
Right.
Now you got two baskets covered.
Mhm.
You got one basket left. What's the one basket left?
Vinaya.
Yeah. By the way, the three baskets are the bodies of books devoted to the three extraordinary trainings. What's the correspondence? I'll give you the easy one. You do the hard one. Vinaya covers the extraordinary journey of morality.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, between Abhidharma and Sutra, which one treats wisdom and which one treats concentration?
Abhidharma treats wisdom and Sutra treats concentration.
I believe that's correct. Yeah. If Word doesn't correct me in 30 seconds, it's correct. Okay. Now he says, look, how many shastras in the three Pitakas? Well, Sutra Pitaka is shastra, Abhidharma Pitaka is shastra, and Vinaya, by the way, he's quoting a Vinaya Sutra. So they're going to be bragging about the Vinaya. You can expect the next two lines. What do you call it? Anticipatory translation. They should be bragging about the Vinaya basket. But our basket, okay, our basket is Tumba and Timba.
It's the teacher and the teaching.
Yeah, our basket, number 3, Vinaya. You know, usually people say, they always say Vinaya last, you know, least important. And they're like, the Vinaya basket guys are like, our basket is the teaching and the teacher. Okay. Good behavior is what teaches emptiness and meditation. That gives you the seeds to meditate and to understand emptiness. We are the teacher. Our basket is the teacher and the teaching. Okay. Therefore, it's Wapa of Chak Nigir. Gyur means multiplication 2 times.
It's worthy of 2 times prostrations.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When you get to our Pitaka, you should be bowing twice. Why? Our Pitaka has the teacher and the teaching. Okay. It's one teaching, chichik,
Okay. Yeah.
which deserves a double prostration. Okay, who would say that? Only the Vinaya guys. And then I went and got you the quotation from the Vinaya. Okay, there it is. And it's quoted correctly. All right. Mostly. All right, I'm out of here. Tim, you're on. I'm gonna mark this just so I remember where we stopped. Stopped here. What's the date today?
15.
15. Boy, time flies. It's a March. It's a yeah. Oh, okay. We gotta assassinate. No, just kidding. Okay.
All right.
This
Okay.
Julius Caesar's big.
Okay. All right.
Come on.
All right. Cool. Let's stop
I
this here.
didn't sing.
All right. Turn this guy off. All right. We can all right, cool. So the first thought that I have, and I think this is interesting for the upcoming 5 houses program, which I'm hoping Juan and I can talk about this together at some point on Peachtree. This idea that of the three, if we take the 3 baskets as one each house, right? We have the house of morality, we have the house of concentration, house of wisdom, right? And they're basically saying ours is the best. Like that's the whole idea of the 5 houses. You join one of the houses and you go, my house is the best, right? And we're going to be doing this really cool program in April where you're going to choose what house you're in and you're going to tell everyone else why your house is the best, right? Slytherin. Hufflepuff. She's Hufflepuff. So just keep that in mind as you know, as that's going. Like you can get t-shirts, you can get excited about it, and you can tell everyone else why your house is better than everyone else's.
But do you have a talking hat is the question.
We're working on that. Geshe said, do we have a talking hat? Do we have a sorting hat? So the other question that came up, you know, I was thinking about if we're trying to define what is the speech of a Buddha or a speech of an enlightened being, and then a commentary on it, right? And one thing that, I mean, at least for me, sometimes what happens is like someone says something and then someone comments on what someone says, right? And gives explanation about what someone says, right? And then there's all this discussion about, did we understand what the first person said, right? And is what the first person said, are we understanding even what the first person said in the first place, right? And I think this discussion, I think it's very relevant because I think it's the source of a lot of conflict, you know, just between, you know, like if I say something, right? And let's say that what I say is true, or I feel it's true. And then someone comments on it and then says it to somebody else and they have a reaction on the comment, on the commentary on what Tim says, right? Then all of a sudden we're like, it's like the telephone game. Now all of a sudden we're trying to figure out who said what. And then our afflictions will start to color what was there potentially not even said in the first place, you know. And I think, and then trying to be able to have the logic, like to use that in understanding the nature of your own affliction. Like, am I reacting to someone's commentary on something that I didn't even know was true in the first place, you know? And for me, I think it's very valuable for me, because what'll happen is I'll start creating stories in my head about what someone thinks or what someone said or what they believe. And then I start creating a whole story on that. And then I've gone off on a total trip to only find out, you know, a couple of weeks later that person, when I finally have the courage to have the conversation with the person who I'm upset with, right? And I find out that they were like, what? You know, that's not even what I said. And so I created this whole 3 weeks of upset over something that wasn't even ka, in the sense it wasn't even actual speech in the first place. Or so for me, that's where I went with this text about how I would apply it, you know, in my day-to-day life. Because oftentimes I create these stories. I don't know what other people do, but I'm great at creating stories, and I'm great at creating narratives. And then I'm great at having fake arguments with those people in the shower were somehow right. Right. And then like, if you can catch yourself and like catch the story, what story are you saying? Like, you know, what is in this whole, like, just even looking at this debate back and forth, like this debater is not giving up. Like, why are they not giving up on this? You know, like, why can't we just say it's a classical commentary and move on? Right. Kind of thing. So that's kind of what I thought, but I wonder what all of you think.
Tim, and that's perfect for this particular philosophical school, right? That there has to be some agreement between the object and the observer, so that you go for the truth of what was said to this person. And if those two things agree, then that's what's true, that there is something about truth in the words of the person and coming from the perception, right? So you couldn't use that from the higher school perspective, but you could from the lower middle way school perspective.
Right. You know, and in most, you know, in most of my day-to-day life, I'm not walking around like a prasangika. Like I'm like, there's still,
right.
There's still, right. There's still truth out there coming
Right.
at
No,
me.
I mean, I mean, that's what I'm doing too.
Yeah. No, but no, I think that's a very astute, like, and I think that's why the 4 schools, it's so powerful to be able to notice where your mind is when you're in an affliction, like how base is my mind right now, or how mid is my mind? Like, right.
Or where's the mistake?
Or how,
just what mistake am I
right,
making?
where's the, yeah. Right. Like I believe what they said was true. Right. And anyway, yeah, cool. I'd like that. What else? Anyone else have anything to add, or your own comments or colors or shapes?
I have something.
Sure. Come up. Yeah, come up, Juan. Oh, Juan's going to go first here.
Thank you, team.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the situation. I have complaints.
You have complaints?
Yes.
Oh.
No, but it's good. It's good. So,
you have complaints.
You know, we're studying this book that's supposed to be taught by Lord Maitreya to Lord Asanga.
Yeah.
And then there is this whole debate if Maitreya is an enlightened being or a bodhisattva or what. And then I remember I was like, no, he has to be an enlightened being, even in the open teachings. Because we are talking about this happened like many years ago, almost like 1,000 years ago. And then I remember being very smashly debated to say like, no, because it's not true that, because in some realms that he's living in, the lifetime span goes very slowly. And then lately we learned that actually the 7 lives that a Arya Bodhisattva has to undertake have to happen in the desire realm, right? In the span where the life of a person is about 100 years.
That's generous, yes.
Yeah, well, let's say 70. No, 100. Let's say 100 at least, hopefully. But then what does that mean? That proves,
okay,
we have to no debate anymore. And I love it because I don't like to live like a tradition that it's, how to say, kidnapped in the books all time there. The book says that It's like a living tradition. At some point, come on, these guys, these great bodhisattvas, have to get enlightened.
Okay, well, I would say a few things. First of all, if we're talking, if we don't have a timeline on this, but it's vague in the text, right? But if Arya Sangha met Maitreya as a bodhisattva, at the time he was a bodhisattva, and it doesn't say in his next 7 lifetimes. That's one possible. But I also think there's the emptiness of time thing going on here a little bit.
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's so literal.
What part?
I mean, if an Arya sees emptiness directly and says they have 7 lifetimes left, like, what does that mean?
I don't know, 7 lifetimes?
I mean, it sounds like 7 lifetimes, but I don't know. I mean, I think it's up for interpretation a little bit.
Or less. 7 lifetime or less, if they practice the Diamond ways.
Right. I don't know. I think it's a really good debate. It's in actually the 5 Houses course number 2.
Yeah.
And I think it's really cool, Juan, since we're moving into your time anyhow. Like, I'm really excited about your course that's coming up, and I think there is this kind of debate, like, oh, you have to be a certified teacher to be a teacher, right? I know we've debated this, right? Can you be a master at the 5 Houses and not have a certificate?
Yes.
Right.
Rob says definitely.
Right. Exactly.
I wonder why.
And I think it's important for us to also see ourselves, like, certificates are a means for administrative and legal and sort of to say, okay, we can certify that you've reached a certain spot, but that doesn't mean one's not a master already. So I think it's a cool thing that we're kind of uncomfortably bending some of the rules, but at the same time we're giving opportunities for people to teach and to spread these wonderful ideas. Like, I'm super excited to hear you and Adam in Kyoto in 2 weeks, a week and a half.
Cool. I hope you can come and we're going to talk about it. I still defending the position. Maitreya is already enlightened. I don't matter what school it has to. I defend the position. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Anyways. You want to present the news?
It's not a sword I'll fall on, but
what's that?
Oh, it's an expression.
Okay.
That's not a sword I'll fall on. Like,
never heard it before.
Okay,
let's do the news. You can stay here if you want. Okay, I'm gonna share with people. Well, as you can see, I'm back in Rimrock, Arizona. Beautiful spring. Yeah, just the day I come, everything gets cloudy and dark and rainy and snowy. It may be a good sign.
It's just like Sakura last year.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see what happens, but I'm very happy to be here. Thank you so much. Glad to see everyone having this session still. Keep it up. Wonderful times. So just a quick review of what happened, because some of you are Saturday audience. You may have not been for Monday audience. We were celebrating our dear Jigime's birthday. And then Gina's going to help me with the pictures. We're going to try to move very quickly through the pictures because, time is short. What? Time is empty and short. But it could be long also because it's empty. We just need the right seats. But why are you laughing? Anyways, yes.
I just want you to know that we love you, Juan.
Thank you.
So when we're laughing, we're actually loving you.
No, and I'm happy that people laugh because I feel it opens your heart. So it's good. Thank you, team. And congratulations, team, because he finished his 1 month retreat. Maybe sometime soon you can talk a little bit about just a little of what you feel it's okay to share and how to inspire us and others to go for it as well. I don't know. And we had Jigme's birthday, and we also had Gina's birthday because they are birthday twins, and we want to thank Gina a lot because you help us always so much. And we are planning to get you a new computer soon, Gina, for your birthday or something. We have to, because you know how she works in
I
a
know.
weird
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I'm working on it.
Yeah. Okay. And then we had a little cake for her. Look how happy she is.
Aw.
She's already tasting the cake. But yeah, that was at her house. She helped us. So thank you very much. I hear here also Chloe helped us to organize something for Jigme. So happy birthday. Not only that, but also on Monday, if you follow the mailing list that Geshe Michael sends us every day, you will have seen the news on Monday. And if you don't, you should follow the email list. But Aldo and Ria are super happy that now they have their baby with them. Her name is Nila, and it's super, super cute, super, super fun. I went to visit them. It was great to see them. Very, very cool. Yes. And yeah, I don't know, but I think soon she will be integrating into the troopers of Aldo Arzapalo and help him with a lot of the tours and stuff. We hope. We'll see how it goes. Okay, some other news. A very cool thing I didn't know about, but then I got to know. Sugeng and Xintien are doing these Saturday meditation clubs. And the truth is, I don't know much about it, but that's why I'm presenting it, because I want to know more about it. So I'll try to contact them and soon organize a talk and see how they are doing, what is it about, and it looks very interesting, and we want to congratulate you. One time Sugeng told me like the sheriff of the town was giving him rides around because they are friends and stuff. So then that gives me a better idea why he's the mayor now in Rimbrook. Oh, yeah. Even like the sheriff gives him rides and they are friends and stuff like that. Okay, what else is coming up is CSPs having sessions in Kyoto very, very soon, along with DSEU sessions after CSP. For the CSP, it's going to be, they start, I think, on the March 19, and they run until the 20, I don't remember, 21st? 23rd? And then they move up on DSEU sessions. Is the next picture, please? And, you know, DSEU is opening new groups. That's very exciting for different people in different stages of life. Depending how much hair you have, you can reach different stages. I think now I'm the most senior of the seniors. Well, just kidding. But anyways, and then that's what we were talking about. During Kyoto also, we have this first event of G-Box. G-Box, yes. And yes, of course, you can. If you can come, that will be wonderful. We'll try to have fun over there in class, but also outside the class. Maybe Adam organizes a party, or we go to the coffee shops or something like that. But you're welcome to come, talk, and have fun. We will be also inviting, of course, Rob Haggerty, Nick Lashaw, Geshe Michael, of course, is always welcome to come. Everyone is welcome to come. Team will free refreshments, no problem. We'll take care of that. And if you sadly cannot come live, you can come online. So you can follow the QR code. It was so difficult to find the right timing, but we did our best. So now the time is going to be 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Don't worry, breaks included. It's going to be cool. And then if you want to watch online, it's 10 p.m. Arizona time.
So G-Box means the Great Books Oral Commentary Series. It's a new program from the Diamond Cutter Classics, which is going to give a lot of people opportunities to take this wisdom that we're doing week in, week out here and start creating accessible and relevant programs for non-Diamond Cutter Classics nerds, and to give them the essence of that wisdom to be able to apply in their daily life.
Yeah. The idea for us, one of the goals that we have in mind is to find out how this deep content can be used in daily life and in a very relevant ways, how we can get tools that can change our lives almost like right away. And that's the goal, the mission, the challenge as well. And Adam and I have been, preparing. Geshe has been super kind to help us to prepare. and we are there. I'm just impressed on how deep these topics are, but also how helpful they can be. And, you know, just to say, like, the idea is like to find out why is it that these little kids, when they start studying, go through these topics like the emptiness of colors, but how truly this is kind of already setting them up to eventually have the direct perception of emptiness. That's something that I want to do. And Diamond Way, of course, yes. It was interesting to point out that the very first debates already are talking about Diamond Way teachers, and you'll see that if you come. Okay.
Nice.
What else is coming then? Okay, we go to Kyoto. It's going to be super fun, great. And then the tour moves on to China, to the Dunhuang Caves on April 9 to the 12th. That tour still's open. As far as I know, you can follow English chat group or Chinese WeChat group. So follow up if you want to go. I think it's going to be amazing. We hope we get a lot of pictures and videos. Wonderful. Maybe Stanley talks with us soon about it before the tour. We'll try. And then, okay, they go to China. Then they come back to United States, Arizona, to the sister place of Dunhuang, which is Diamond Mountain, Arizona Desert. And we have the new beginning, yes, of the five houses, opening the door to the Diamond Way. It's a very similar name and topic of the talk we're going to have in Kyoto, because ours is based on the book, The Door to Emptiness.
Yeah.
And you are, well, yeah, anyways. But why is this relevant? And it's cool that you're here with me, because I don't know, after you, we're going to have the special guest of today, which is Jasmine. But I think here's a very cool synergy. Next picture, please. Because the reason we are advertising, one of the reasons we're advertising Diamond Mountain is because it's a part of a 4-event series of this year's,
right,
who are going to give you access. I mean, it's not self-existent, as you were saying, but if you come to these 4 and you have the right seats, you're going to gain access to the amazing events in 2026.
Right.
Could you talk a little bit about this and help us introduce Jasmine into talking about?
Sure. Okay, cool. So what we're going to be launching in April is we're really launching the 5 houses. You know, we're calling it a new beginning. And there's, you know, we've been at these teachings for, Geshe has been with these teachings for this organization for over 30 years. And we spent a lot of time thinking about how do we expand and how do we reach more people? How do we reach more audiences? Because the traditional presentation is for a certain type of mind, and it's a certain type of person, a certain kind of personality. So we're rebranding as the 5 houses because we want more personality. Okay. What's that? And so what we're going to be doing at this event is we're going to be developing the 5 houses, and we're going to be developing what is it going to look like, and what are the personalities of those 5 different primary personality types that we're going to be developing and opening the door to. And you have that opportunity to help us build that, because once we build those various doors and we create colors and shapes and marketing and all of that, and curriculum, which is actually what we're going to be doing in the event, then we're going to be able to attract a lot more people. So the entrance way into the 5 houses could be through the classics, like the Diamond Cutter classics. Entrance way could be through meditation. It could be through, you know, Stanley's innovation retreat programs, right? It could be through steps on the path. Like it's someone who's living a householder life, someone who doesn't have time for 18 courses and all these. They just want the essence, and so they can apply it with their children. And then the Diamond House as well. So we're going to be developing that, and you're going to start in that program choosing your house, and we're going to be taking Geshe-le's teachings, and we're going to say, all right, how does this apply to your house? How can we make it relevant? What will it look like? What will it feel like? And we're going to workshop that through the entire week.
So if they come to those 4 events and they well behave, they can come on 2026 to the openings.
Well, the other part of this, the other hook.
Can you introduce this?
Yes, I will. Yeah. So the other hook is gonna. The other hook is going to be that in 2026, we are going to be really launching the Diamond House. And there are some prerequisites for that, including these 4 courses that we need you to attend them so you can understand the foundations you'll need to be able to have success within the Diamond House. So you need to come to the courses, and we need you there because we need your brain power and your creativity. And so now we're going to talk with, yes, Geshe. Yes, online, of course, yes. Yes, so if you're not able to come in person, you can't come in person anyway. Diamond Mountain, it's full. But online is completely still accessible, and we have unlimited spots online.
It won't be as fun, but maybe, I don't know.
No, you have to sell it the opposite way.
Oh yeah,
online is much more
it's
fun.
better. Stay at home.
It's better stay at home. The desert of Arizona is awful.
Dangerous.
It's dangerous, right? There's
dry.
Snow, dry,
animal
cactus.
Yeah.
Anyhow, but we have one of our partners, Jasmine Yao, is also going to be running simultaneous programs in Asia. So if you can't make it to Diamond Mountain, or you're not, or you work more with Jasmine's groups, and she's going to be offering those programs in various locations in Asia throughout this year simultaneously. So we're going to be doing hybrid programs, simultaneous broadcasting content and things like that. And so she's here.
Yay.
We'd love to hear about her.
Could you help us to spotlight Jasmine, please?
Yeah.
We don't see her in Zoom.
Oh. Something may have happened here, but I can give the intro because I know what's going on. I hope I know what's going on.
Okay, well, let me see if I have any news that relate to that, because I checked, she was supposed to be here. Jasmine, if you're here, can you raise your hand in the Zoom, please? And if she's not, you can be Jasmine today.
Sure. I cannot be Jasmine.
Okay.
She's amazing and like super top organizer throughout all of Asia. So I will humbly attempt to explain what Jasmine does. Is she here? Doesn't look like it.
Okay,
So
let's show
put it up
the
anyhow.
picture,
Yeah.
please. The 5 houses picture.
All right. So what we've agreed with Jasmine is she's going to be running simultaneous events throughout this year. So while we're at Diamond Mountain, she will also be hosting the programs. I think the first one's in Malaysia. And if you're not able to make it to Diamond Mountain, but you would like to have that in-person experience, which I think is highly valuable to community of practitioners, people learning together. We're also sending 5 houses teachers directly there. So in April, Hector, Marcel, and Supriya from the 3 Jewels will be in Asia to help lead that event. While we're at Diamond Mountain, they'll be there leading you all and giving you that more personalized touch. And so she's looking, if you want to come or learn more, get that QR code there. So she's going to be offering these 3 programs at in April, July, and then in October when we're here in Phoenix. And then we're going to bring everyone together for Kyoto.
Oh,
So it's going to be this one large celebration summit kind of event at the end of the year. So we have a whole slew of things planned for the 5 houses this year, and the expansion is incredibly, it's getting there. It's big, and and we need help. So anyone who wants to help, please reach out to me.
so the idea is like, while you are, let's say, are producing some of these events in these places, Diamond Mountain, Mexico, a place in Phoenix,
right?
They are also producing a live event, but in Asia for those.
Correct.
Maybe it's easier to go to Asia if you live already in Asia, or
right?
something.
And the idea is that it's expensive to come. It's a fly around the world, right? And And it's also expensive to come to the United States. It's also difficult oftentimes to get visas to come here, right? So we're offering additional opportunities. And this is just the first one. We're going to be offering other ones as well. We're hoping to build a Europe presence by the middle of the year as well.
And now the question is, if people go to these events that are going to be hosted in Asia, are that's going to certify them as well to be, how to say, possible members of the 2026 experience?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah, they will get their diploma seen by Team Lowenhub. Yeah. Okay. Very well. All right. Cool. Yeah. So if you go to these courses, talk to Jasmine, and Team already approved. You're gonna get your certificate for your living room. Okay. Cool. I think that's all for it. Does anybody else wants to say anything?
Yeah.
Totally. Yes. The idea is that. Yeah, no, I mean the certificate, the Diamond Way is secret. You don't show off the certificate. You can show that. I'm just kidding. Of course, the certificate. I'm not gonna talk against the certificates. I will get in trouble. So get them both, and we'll talk again soon. Have a great day.
Thank you, Juan.
Thank you and congratulations. Good to see you.
Thank you. Yeah.
You saved us today.
Thank you. Yay. Have a good day, everyone, or evening.
Mark's on.